These are the ends of days. All of humanity should gather as one. We will continue to inform this story unfold.
Stay tuned for further instructions.
Good day, Gracekeepers. My name is Joe, and I welcome you to your Daily Dose of God. Today we're continuing our journey through the Bible with Genesis 35. Before we dive into today's reading, let's take a moment to recap where we've been. In recent chapters, we've followed Jacob as he journeyed from his home, encountered God multiple times, and experienced significant events that shaped his life and future of his family. We've seen his struggles with his brother Esau, his marriages to Leah and Rachel, and the growth of his family. We've also witnessed his wrestling with God and the changing of his name to Israel, signifying his new identity and mission. Today we're reading Genesis 35, a chapter that marks another significant point in Jacob's journey. In this chapter, Jacob returns to Bethel, the place where he first encountered God. He leads his family in purging idols and renewing their commitment to God. We also witness the personal challenges Jacob faces, including the deaths of Deborah and Rachel, and the birth of Benjamin. Genesis 35, Jacob returns to Bethel. Then God said to Jacob, "Go up to Bethel and settle there, and build an altar there to God, who appeared to you when you were fleeing from your brother Esau." So Jacob said to his household and to all who were with him, "Get rid of the foreign gods you have with you, and purify yourselves and change your clothes. Then come, let us go up to Bethel, where I will build an altar to God, who answered me in the day of my distress, and who has been with me wherever I have gone." So they gave Jacob all the foreign gods they had, and the rings in their ears, and Jacob buried them under the oak at Shechem. Then they set out, and the terror of God fell on the towns all around them, so that no one pursued them. Jacob and all the people with him came to Luz, that is Bethel, in the land of Canaan. There he built an altar, and he called the place El Bethel, because it was there that God revealed himself to him when he was fleeing from his brother. Now Deborah, Rebekah's nurse, died, and was buried under the oak outside Bethel. So it was named Elon Bakush. After Jacob returned from Padan Aram, God appeared to him again and blessed him. God said to him, "Your name is Jacob, but you will no longer be called Jacob. Your name will be Israel." So he named him Israel. And God said to him, "I am the Almighty. Be fruitful and increase in number. A nation and a community of nations will come from you, and kings will be among your descendants. The land I have gave to Abraham and Isaac, I also give to you, and I will give this land to your descendants after you." Then God went up from him at the place where he had talked with him. Jacob set up a stone pillar at the place where God had talked with him, and he poured out a drink offering on it. He also poured oil on it. Jacob called the place where God had talked with him Bethel. Then they moved on from Bethel. While they were still some distance from Ephrath, Rachel began to give birth and had great difficulty. As she was having great difficulty in childbirth, the midwife said to her, "Don't despair, for you have another son." As she breathed her last, for she was dying, she named her son Benoni, but his father named him Benjamin. So Rachel died and was buried on the way to Ephrath, that is Bethlehem. Over her tomb, Jacob set up a pillar, and to this day, that pillar marks Rachel's tomb. Israel moved on again and pitched his tent beyond Migdal Eder. While Israel was living in that region, Reuben went in and slept with his father's concubine Bilhah, and Israel heard of it. Jacob had 12 sons, the sons of Leah, Reuben, the firstborn of Jacob, Simeon, Levi, Judah, Issachar, and Zebulun. The sons of Rachel, Joseph and Benjamin. The sons of Rachel's servant Bilhah, Dan and Naphtali. The sons of Leah's servant Zilpah, Gad and Asher. These were the sons of Jacob, who were born to him in Padan Aram. Jacob came home to his father Isaac in Mamre, near Kiriath Arba, that is Hebron, where Abraham and Isaac had stayed. Isaac lived 180 years. Then he breathed his last and died, and was gathered to his people, old and full of years. And his sons Esau and Jacob buried him. Genesis 35 is a powerful reminder of renewal and commitment to God. Jacob's return to Bethel and the purging of idols symbolize a fresh start and a renewed dedication to the Lord. Despite the personal losses Jacob experiences, we see God's continued faithfulness and the fulfillment of his promises. Looking ahead, we'll continue to follow the story of Jacob and his descendants. The next chapters will delve into the lives of Jacob's sons, setting the stage for significant events that will shape the future of Israel. We'll see how God's promises to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob continue to unfold through their lineage. Until next time, share Jesus everywhere you go, and I'll see you here tomorrow for another dose. Peace and blessings.